Let's clear and ground the energies. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hello and welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be Capricorn, July 2025 energy forecast reading. Let's get started. As a friendly reminder, this is a general reading, so we take what resonates. We do have cross watchers, so those can be reversed. But you will know if this is your story and which side you are on. So as with all of my readings, because they're timeless and also we have both parties listening in, it doesn't quite matter what your sign is, whether you have sun, moon, rising, Venus, stellium, dealing with a Capricorn, what have you, okay? If you're in here, it is no coincidence, okay? So let's tap into the energies. Remember this card? When I was shuffling, this card wanted to come up. So I'm picking up on an energy that is very self-sufficient, okay? So, there's something about their hard work and it's like they put the hours in. Somebody here is very dedicated to working hard and building some sort of strong foundation for themselves. And they're connecting with somebody that feels like, like a best friend or a soulmate kind of connection. And that's one of, like, somebody here truly values that the other person is somebody of worth, and there's this air of classiness and getting traditional. Okay, so somebody might have a tendency to be, approach their dating life or romance in a traditional sense. And so fortunately for this individual, they're meeting somebody, or they met somebody. They're definitely dealing with somebody here that is like on the same page, that they see the value and they love how the other person thinks and conducts their life in a sense. Like, they just love the way that they handle their life. Somebody here tries to do the right thing, operate out of honesty, is direct with their intentions and feelings. It's just like music to my ears. Okay? Alright, so somebody here, they've been studying. Perhaps like the energies that they've been dealing with. They're displaying behaviors that are questionable, like mentally, psychologically. It's questionable. Okay, so somebody here has definitely seen red flags, and as much as they want to kind of sweep it under the rug, etc., they can't help but notice, like, somebody here actually has been doing their research and noticed that the patterns and the behaviors that whoever this energy is dealing with are exhibiting these kinds of actions. And so I will say somebody here is dealing with somebody that has like mental challenges, okay? Whether that, I mean, it could be all sorts of, it could be a combination, But so, like, I'm getting, it could be like bipolar, depression, even schizophrenia, narcissism, avoidant types, autistic. I'm just getting just like a whole concoction of little bit of here, a little bit of there, paranoia, just, and it's alarming. Whoever is dealing with somebody like this, is alarming to them that, like, literally they're diagnosing this individual because this is exactly what they're doing. And so somebody here just, you know, when people are showing you who they really are, not just necessarily what they say, but what they do, their actions, and it's aligning with, you know, people who exhibit similar behaviors, and those people also have mental challenges and blockages. It's like somebody here is like they can't ignore the type of person that they're dealing with anymore. It's just like, you know, whether that somebody here is a compulsive liar, cheater, phony, fake, whatever it is, like they they're they're what do you call it? Hello wave. You know, I think it in your hand. No, 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 wave. You know, I think considering you're in here, I think the best thing for you at this time is just to listen and just hang out, okay? Less this, more this, because, you know, I don't want you to be a distraction now, do we? Okay? Do you want to be helpful or do you want to do the opposite? So, uh, okay. Anything else? So somebody here does want some sort of like new beginning, okay? Because somebody here has very like, yeah. So wave, less this, more this, okay? Yeah, it's okay. No pressure. Just relax. Enjoy the company and the messages coming through, okay? All right. So, but somebody here is very attracted. They're just like they want a new beginning because there's still this like sexual chemistry and attraction and and somebody here is has been very generous with their time and energy. They have, but it's just like how much can you pour into a connection, to a one-sided connection where it's just like um, they're not able to reciprocate. Okay, somebody here is just not able to reciprocate, and all they have been doing is just taking. And so, and it doesn't, and it doesn't, okay, and it doesn't, and I'm not necessarily talking about material sense, okay? It can be an energetic thing too. It's just like somebody here, it's something that money can't buy, okay? It's like somebody just takes, you know, I'm also getting false hopes. Okay, I'm getting some. Okay. All right, so I'm getting somebody here like also has a tendency to like breadcrumb and give false hopes and stuff like that, and they're just not being honest because they have something to hide, and it's all again something up here, something is not connecting. You know, the puzzles aren't fitting. Something is just the relay of the thoughts and the actions and the thought process. Something has been disconnected. Okay. What? Anyways, um, anything else? I see that somebody here is going to retreat. Okay, they are going to pull their energy back if they haven't done so already. Okay, I know, Wave. I know you're curious, but less personal questions and more being in the moment, you know, in the moment. Okay. Okay. All right. But anyways, okay. So I'm going to do a spinny spin for you guys, okay? A lot of fire energy coming through. So Wave, I know you want to know the specifics, okay? But I prefer, honestly, to just come in here as a human being, you know, regardless of my ethnicity, regardless of, you know, all of that. I just want to be here, present. And so if you can respect that, I would totally appreciate that, you know? So let's do a spinny spin, okay? So for those who are watching, okay, what else do they need to know? That's what you think. Present, okay? So somebody here wants to know more about the present. Okay. So present energies, tell us more about what's happening in the present. Somebody here needs more insights. Feel free to check out the playlist portion of this channel, where you will find other content nicely organized there for you. We still have June readings up. All of them are up. Okay. So, present. What's going on? So I am getting, somebody here feels very confident. It's like they found their self-respect. They found their, like they hold standards for themselves and others. Like somebody found their voice in a sense. Okay. Thank you for confirming. You're resonating, Wave. And because of that, somebody here is very confident. It's just like they're kind of ready to take on the world in a sense. And they have been really focusing on their finances or their career because they're trying to build up some sort of foundation and the groundworks for something long term. Ultimately, somebody here is planning for their future and long term. So somebody here wants to build towards something long term, a connection that has longevity. And so this person, like, they have commitment. Yeah, they have commitment on their mind. They like higher level of commitment. So whether that's marriage or, you know, all of that, they want something more here. So this energy, they realize, like, I'm so glad that I'm seeing like hope. Like somebody here is very serious and mindful and very conscious of their time and intentions. And so somebody here is like, at the end of the day, they want true love, true happiness, true commitment. And I'm also getting monogamy. Okay, somebody here is just very traditional, and it's like and at the same time, thank goodness somebody here still has hope, you know, that like a true love, true genuine love is out there for them, and they haven't given up. Somebody here hasn't given up, and they're going to continue to work on themselves while upholding these healthy boundaries for themselves and others. so that they can confidently, like somebody here just gained this huge boost of confidence. They're just like, at the end of the day, nobody can take that away from this energy. Nobody. Like this kind of assurance, confidence, self-worth. Nobody can take that because it comes from within. Okay? Hello, Garnet wrote, hello from England, London. Aw, hello. Okay, okay. So what else? So I see this energy, the part of the natural occurrence and journey of having self-worth and upholding healthy boundaries. There is this natural next step of seclusion. Okay, it just happens. Okay, because that's what happens when somebody here is being protective of their energy and being mindful of who they spend their time with. And unless you're already surrounding yourself with high vibe people, where they have gone through the trenches, where they have dealt with problems, but they healed from it. They grew stronger and they're not jaded by it. They're grateful for the experiences and the opportunities to expand and grow their mind and gain knowledge. So unless you're literally surrounded by folks that think nothing else but like this, you know what I mean? So it's really just being mindful of who you surround yourself with, okay? Because I see here, you know, there was this tendency for negative ego-based mindset people to surround this energy, but as they grow wiser, smarter, and conscious, they truly value the importance of seclusion and retracting from the world, um, or not necessarily the world, but retracting from outdated, toxic connections, behaviors, people, places, things, mindsets, community, etc. Like if So somebody here is really just trying to stand in their power, having the courage and strength to not cave in, but instead be very grounded and shining the light from within instead of expecting others to uplift them. Somebody here is truly trying to uplift themselves and recognize their worth and their value. Okay, so this is somebody trying to build and continue to build their self-confidence and strength and value. And so, you know, when somebody does this, it's also a natural occurrence for other people to recognize this. Like they can see it. Like people can feel energies. Like you don't have to be an energy reader, like to feel energies. You know what I mean? It's there. You just have to be open and receptive. But what I'm seeing here is because this person is operating in a very high vibe and karmically balanced way, they're naturally attracting people who are who has admiration and hope just from seeing somebody like this. So it really is talking about how, like, we really have to be an example for people, because when people go like, wow, how are they able to do this? How are they able to be so confident? How are they able to cut off toxic behaviors from other people? And, how is somebody able to truly uphold value and self respect? And it comes with actually living it, doing it, practicing what you preach, and being an example for others as well. So that, because at the end of the day, it really does start with us. You know, if you want to see a change in the world, it needs to come from us first. And it's almost like a domino effect, right? And so if somebody here is able to truly live in that life on a consistent basis, okay? Hello, Miss. Welcome back. Um, they just really need to be consistent, dedicated, and focused, and live in this truth. Like, live how you want your life to look like. Okay? So, and okay, it's talking about we just have to be very clear and focused. Okay, very clear and focused, because there is going to be options, there is going to be opportunities, and some of them are smoke and mirrors. It is, but the what is meant for you, you know, that is healthy and is bringing value to your life, it's going to stick around, and they're going to show you, not just talking, they're going to show you through their actions that they are in it together. Like, somebody here wants the same things, and they both need to be willing to put in the work and the effort to make it possible. It's not one-sided. It's a contract. At the end of the day, marriage, you know, higher level of commitment, is like a business. It is like a contract. Somebody here is saying, hey, I'm going to invest their time, energy, emotions, resources into this connection, and they're trusting that whoever that they are going to come together that wants the same thing is going to pull their weight as well, and put in the effort and make the effort and time and the energy, and be dedicated and consistent in this partnership. Okay, so somebody here is very serious. They're looking for someone serious as well. Wow, it's beautiful. I mean, I dig the energy. What can we say? I love the outlook and the goal here. Somebody here is very focused, and good job. Good job. Yeah. You get a clap. You get a clap for that. Okay? All right. Okay, for those of you who are, like, you know, dealing with somebody like this, and it's sad that the standards are so high, and they feel like, you know, they're like, somebody here is so far into the race, so to speak. They're so far along in their journey that somebody here feels like, oh my gosh, they can't catch up now. They're so sad. It's just like somebody met a good thing, and they let it go. They rejected it because they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle that kind of abundance and happiness, because it's like looking into somebody who is like sad and depressed and all of that, and if they're dealing with somebody who's just rainbows and sunshine, and it's just like, for them, if they're not healed, they're going to resent the other person, they're going to make them their enemy, and somebody here gets jealous. Okay, so obviously, if somebody is operating in that kind of low vibe mindset, ego based mindset, like, it's two different frequencies, two different people operating in different ways. They're not going to come. It's like water and oil. It's not going to blend. Okay, and so for those who are feel a little hopeless, you know, thinking like, oh, they're so far you know, they're so out of my league. If there's somebody here is thinking like that, what's the advice for them? Because I do like to incorporate. It's just like, it's saying, well, one, like, what are you complaining about? Okay, so somebody here is playing victim. Nobody's forcing them not to stand in their power. Nobody is forcing them to not be in situations or like take action to the point where you're able to build confidence. You know, somebody here, instead of standing up in their power, knowing their worth and value, they're doing the opposite. And so this is, again, the light needs to come from within. You can't fake it. You can, and even if you can fake it, you can only fake for so long, because the true colors, true intentions, the the mask is always unveiled, you know, because that's how God operates, out of truth. So the truth always comes to surface in some shape or form, and karma is going to be adjusted and set. And so, you know, for those of you who don't believe in karma, God bless your soul. Like, it's just like, because they're living in denial. You know, it's what is that saying? Like the sheep wool over the eyes. Like, it's kind of like, you know, somebody here is living in denial. And so, again, but the thing is, we reap what we sow. And so it's like, if somebody here really wants to improve, they really need to understand why they do what they do. Okay, that's the first step in anything, recognizing that something is up, something is not working. Okay, and so facing the reality, being honest with oneself and others, that's definitely part of it. Okay, knowing that there needs to be a change. Okay, anything else? No, that is it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on the notification bell if you would like to be notified of when I go live or post new content. And if you would like to connect with me outside of this platform, all of that information can be found in the description of this video. Okay, so that is it. You know, thank you so much. Wonderful. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.